So now that I'm currently at home doing absolutely jack shit, I thought I'll get onto two things on my daily Driver VZ Ute that I've been sort of putting off because the usual excuse I'm just a bit lazy and would rather work on the Evo or the VN. Is one, it has a rattle from underneath the car, which I'm hoping it's not cats. It does sound something exhaust related, so I'm hoping it's just a heat shield or something's loose and it's not the cats who shit themselves. And it's all the little bits and pieces inside, you know, rattling around. And number two is, a couple of months ago it had a bit of a misfire. Isolated it to one coil, turned out it was spark plug, so I just was going to do a full set of spark plugs until I realised with these VZs and the alloy techs, you can't get to 3 of the plugs without taking the manifold off, and at the time I could not be bothered, so at the time I did 3 spark plugs. So I thought I may as well do the other 3 while I have the time, pull this intake manifold off and have this thing running good as new. So straight away I found the problem, thank God. Only problem is these are all tight, so I think it might usually have a spot weld somewhere that holds it, but anyway, I think I'm just going to remove it because tightening it isn't going to fix it. So 2 came off fine, 1 snapped and 1 won't even turn. But she gone. Now one thing I did notice while under here is I'm assuming the same thing happened on the other side, because this one's gone too. But a bracket and that little front bracket that's on this side is snapped off. So it's obviously happened before. So it's about 2 weeks later when I'm actually doing these spark plugs, because I quickly looked up how to pull off the intake manifold on the VZs and realized there's conflicting info on whether you have to replace the intake manifold gasket on these. I assumed they were plastic and you reuse them, but a couple said they were paper. I didn't want to pull it apart and not have a gasket and then be stuck. So I had to wait till this came. Now we can do the plugs. As you can see, you can only get to these 2 back ones and these 2 back ones. Why Holden designed it like this, I have no idea. Alright, can 100% reuse these, they're metal. So I can take those other ones back, so I could have done it 2 weeks ago. But anyway, it's such an ugly manifold, but they obviously work. Holden engineers are obviously going to know a lot more than me. So we'll do these 3 plugs and that's it. If I can make one suggestion for people that are doing this, it is take note of which ones you've already done, because I honestly can't remember. I know the front 2 I couldn't get to, but I've done 3, so I can't remember if I could get to that one or that one. Oh my God. Alright, so with the intake manifold back on, I figured out it was this one I couldn't get to, because that one you can. So it's these front 2 and this driver's side middle one. Now if there's a recommendation I can give with Holdens, it is genuine parts are ridiculously cheap. So if you can get them, then get them. Even service items, they're so cheap. If you buy like genuine air filter plugs, oil filter, all this stuff from Holden, it's going to cost you even less than getting like Ryco and all that stuff from Super Cheap and all that crap. So go genuine when you can. And can I suggest, whenever you do plugs, always grease the threads so that they don't catch alloy on alloy. Thank God I could reuse these, because I don't know if you can tell from here, but these ones that I got from the auto parts store are completely wrong. I'm going to assume they're VE. The porthole sizes are huge compared to the VZ ones. So lucky. The plugs are in, so I'll give everything a bit of a clean here, and then intake manifold back on. And that is it. I've been dreading doing that for months and months. So today we are going to finally put some front coilovers in this thing, so I can jack the front up a bit. I really can't be bothered, but here we go. Where did you find these stub axles? The bottom of a swamp. Yeah, they're nice. Beautiful.
I ain't hitting it.
What's wrong? You're struggling.
I'm not hitting this.
What the hell was that?
Link pin.
Rod bolts.
Huh?
I'm putting them back in the drilled holes in.
What should you recommend?
The factory spot, obviously.
Put them in the factory spot then.
And then you're gonna have where the paint is missing.
I don't know, because otherwise it's gonna look shit like that.
Okay.
Wood.
Nice coilovers, man. Alright, my side's all done. Back together. How you going? What the hell?
You done this on purpose. You can't put this on YouTube, you dumb cunt.
This guy managed to pull the slides out with them still attached to the caliper.
They fell out! I didn't fucking do it!
How does that even happen?
I don't know.
Oh, that's way higher. That's fast! Is that the height you want it? Or is it too high? I think it'll settle a little bit too.
Hey!
Really? I reckon it looks gross. Now it's front high.
No way, it's a monster truck.
The whole car's bent anyway. What happened to the auto in this since last video? So since the last time this car was in one of my videos and we spoke about how the 4L60 is the weak link in this car, he blew it up. So it currently only has first, second and reverse and park and all that. You don't reckon that height is perfect? Are you crazy?
Too high.
I reckon it's spot on. These rear wheels are huge. I reckon that is spot on front height. You're crazy. It looked way better with the Simmons on it.
I know you were talking shit. Want to use the rack?
Oh, fix your door squeak.
I know that door's done that all its life.
That's what the hell?
Doesn't matter.
What's this cunt doing?
Nothing.
Full carpet clean. Alright, so we're going for a bit of a drive tonight. We got Marcus's 5 litre big wheel 9-inch nitrous turbo 350 VN exec, and we got his dad's XY solid cam 351 XY GS in wild violet with center lines, plus more cars to come.
Yeah, Mindy J.
Nathan can park here now.
Tim and I get all the attention. Center it up.
It's cheap.
It's very cheap.
Do you like these? A1?
Yeah.
They're pretty cool.
Just Ross wants to come in. That's all. Ross just wants to come in. That's it. You can't convince him otherwise. Serious, dude.
Hmm?
Serious. I can't deal with it.
I ain't how many people are here. That's fucking mad. Things on the roof are sick. As if I don't need those molds back on the windows. So much better.
They're like grey, but
Yeah, that's what they're supposed to be. This is fucking perfect. You could option them, like you could buy them from Nissan. Yeah, I reckon I've seen this car before too.
Yeah. They've done it so you still got your boot space. Look.
That's sick.
green people out.
So small. Fucking great.
You gonna put on the fucking on? You put the
I don't know.
You know, I'll say Marcus been on again. Over.
Great.